We actually have a superhero fighting crime in only a cape and his underpants. Captain Underpants, directed by David Soren, is the new animated film from DreamWorks starring Ed Helms, Kevin Hart, Thomas Middleditch, Nick Kroll, Kristen Shaw, and Jordan Peele. This film is about two first graders named George and Harold who are troublemakers. They play a lot of pranks at school because their school feels like a prison to them. And they like to write their own comics at their treehouse about a superhero named Captain Underpants. One day after they play their latest prank, their principal, Mr. Crump, voiced by Ed Helms, catches them and decides to punish them by separating them into different classes. And in order to stop this from happening, Harold and George decide to use a hypno ring on the principal and make him believe that he is the comic book superhero that they've been writing about, Captain Underpants. So now Mr. Crump is running around in only a cape and underwear, and he looks totally silly and hilarious, running around saying, "Tra-la-la, I'm Captain Underpants!" And Harold and George are trying their best to make sure he doesn't get into any trouble, even though he gets into so many funny situations. But at the same time, they are laughing. They're laughing at the whole joke that they have control over their principal and everything. And the next thing that happens is a evil mad scientist is hired as their science teacher. So Captain Underpants has to stop this evil mad scientist from doing his dastardly deed, and that's pretty much our movie. Now, I went into this movie with very low expectations because I didn't expect this movie to be good. The trailers looked very silly. I really didn't think this was going to be a good movie, but I came out surprisingly liking the film. I really found the film to be very funny and very enjoyable. It was a really great time at the theater watching this movie and seeing this character running around in his underpants. And the villain is very funny as well. But the main glue that makes this movie so good is the chemistry between Kevin Hart and Thomas Middleditch. These two work so well together, and then you have Ed Helms playing the principal, and he's really good in the movie as well. And when he becomes Captain Underpants, he is hilarious as this character. And then you have Nick Kroll voicing the villain, Professor P, and he's really good in this movie too. I don't want to say what his full name is because that's a spoiler. But the full name is very funny. And finally, you have Jordan Peele playing the voice of Melvin, who is the teacher's pet of the school. He's the school's tattletale, and he's very good in the movie as well. And just the whole movie was very, very funny. Now, the flaws of the movie is that some of the humor can be a bit too childish at times, but I really did like this movie, and I definitely think people should check this movie out and take your kids to see it. And one of the biggest surprises of the film is who's singing the song at the end of the movie. When I found out who was singing the song at the end of the movie, I laughed so hard and I loved the song so much. So I'm going to give this movie a B+. It is a really good film. And that's all I gotta say for Captain Underpants.